excellent Sunday afternoon. Time has flown this day, and it's been a minute. Um, Unfortunately, due to the nature of my work, I couldn't be as accessible as I wanted to be, needed to be, had to be. Um, but now that things are kind of transitioning down, it's going to free up some time for me to do some things. So, one of the things that done is created a secondary, and that's the account that's going to carry most of the podcast, um, interviews, live talks, things of that nature. Uh, the JHJ channel will continue to be, a resource where you can go and see something kind of bugged out to get you laughing. But Holloway's in trademark, a little play on the Holiday Inn thing. Hopefully, I don't get sued. But Holloway's Inn is going to be your one stop shop for content and interviews, and that's where I'm going to push a lot of things over to that platform. Um, and it could be inspirational. It could be whoa. It could be sports. Um, it could be a variety of different things that'll all be pushed over to that platform. The reason you're watching my eyebrows go down is because even though I have a placement for this phone, weather out here is getting a little bonkers. Um, Got some ice, and look at this clown. It's crazy as that, man. You have all types of crazy weather conditions, and there's always somebody that has way too much confidence in their automobile, and they'll usually be the ones that are, in a ditch, or you stuck in a snowbank, or doing 360s in their car, and they ain't in a Fast and the Furious reboot, or they're not in the movie whatsoever. Um, but yeah, that's. I just wanted to jump on to basically say that. Um, Shout to the people. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to talk about. Man, there's a lot to talk about. But in reality, I always stick, and those of you who have rocked with me for a while, I stick to the essentials. I don't try to get caught up in what's either socially expedient, politically expedient, hot button topics, all of that crap, because there's too many people talking about it anyway, right? I'm more concerned with the reality of things in my life. Hey, when I woke up this morning, was the crib heated? Did my toilets flush? Is the fridge still working? Do the lights turn on? Did the sun come out? Do I have air? Do I have the essential things that I need to exist? If I have all of that, guess what? Um, I'm fully functional. God has kept his promise, obviously, by making all those things that I need available. So I'm going to keep my promise by being stand up, accountable, and trying to add something good to the equation. Now, with that said, y'all know there's a lot of stuff, um, particularly on this platform, that's kind of bonkers as far as things that I'll add. A lot of content that's on here is funny. Some of it is just crazy. You've probably never seen it before, and that's what I try to do, man. There's already enough stuff out here in the social media footprint in general, that there's no need to just rehash something. But it certainly, if it's something that catches your eye and gets you conversating, maybe get you laughing, maybe annoys you a little bit, pisses you off. These are all good things in the context of trying to create a platform that's different. Um, as everyone knows, I don't do that bait and switch stuff. What you see is what you get. A lot of times you'll click on something and it may have a picture of. I'll give you an example. Javante Tank Davis chokes Floyd Mayweather, and you see the hands around Floyd Mayweather's neck, and you click on it, and it's clickbait nonsense, right? I don't do that. I think it's disingenuous To the people who do it, God bless you, whatever floats your boat, buddy. But I refuse to do that. And I feel like in making that effort, it makes anything that I put out, for the most part, well thought and authentic, right? And that makes a difference, because if you took your time to come and check out something, even if it's for 30 seconds, 60 seconds, whatever, 10 minutes, more or less, doesn't matter to me. The fact that you actually got something out of it and you can respect the process is cool. And I appreciate that. What's new? What's going on? Well, tomorrow's it. It's the inauguration day, but also it is the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King. And all of us, irregardless of what country you're in, looks like I'm going through a rough area. Sorry about that. Yo, what's up? What's up? Aaron Byrne, but do you even have shells for that shotgun nostril? I don't, but I'm sure your sister do. Nah, let me stop, man. If you don't like the nostril, what you looking up there for? That's weird. Man, get out my nostrils, man. Get in your brain. I know you got something going on up in there other than marbles rolling around in an empty space. There's a lot going on historically, for people that hopefully will be reflective of the generation of times of old. Those people that did more with less, had less headaches, had more problems because there wasn't as many protective layers in place that guaranteed them certain freedoms. What do I mean by that? I'll give you some context. Nowadays, somebody can spit all types of garbage, either from a keyboard, from a cell phone, in person, and not really have to worry about too much happening to them, right? And you can talk about anything. You can go to the White House, say whatever you want, as outrageous as it is. You can speak your piece and not have to worry about anything happening to you. We all know the generation that, of course, included my grandparents, certainly my great-grandparents, and the generation before them. So figure the generation that was born in the 1800s and lived into the 19th century, they went through pure hell. There was no air conditionings. There was nothing really that can be considered modern day conveniences, right? So if it was 100 degrees outside, they felt it all day. And the only thing they had to get by pretty much was an open window or a hand fan. Can you imagine that? Nowadays, it gets up to about 90, 95. And if your AC in your car fails, or if something happens where you live fails, people are miserable. So, that's kind of what I'm talking about in relation to people just being able to exist in a different way and with less complaints. So I always look to those generations as being the ones that are stronger, right? Because they were able to survive things that we complain about. It wasn't even a complaint for them. So those are the folks that I'm talking about when I mention things that we can overcome. Nowadays, I'll ask a question. How many of you actually honestly reflect on what you have? Be it your health, be it a job, be it some money in your bank account, be it having some ambition. How many of you honestly reflect on what you have daily? I'm curious to find out what the statistic of people, if they if we had to do a scale, how many people reflect on that every day without having to be told? So in other words, you get up in the morning and you recognize, man, this is extraordinary. You know what? I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. I am good. Let me go out here and spread good. I'd be really curious to see what the numbers are, because it's like most things. How many people, for example, get into their car and check their tire pressure every time? Most people are like, well, I got to check that. I got a monitor inside my car. I don't have to check it. Okay, cool. Even if that's true, do you at least look at the monitor? And are you at least aware of the tire pressure on each of your tires, so that you have a roundabout idea of how your car is going to perform if it needs to perform in an efficient, super efficient and safe way? So, if some of us can't remember the last time, we checked these things, then, I would regard that as important, and that maybe it's worth integrating some facet of that into your life. Just kind of reviewing things and being a little bit more thorough. Aside from that, once you've kind of accepted the good of your day, how much do you give back? And when I say give back, I don't mean like, the first homeless person that comes to your window, you give money. I mean, how you handle charity, I believe, is between the person being charitable and the person receiving that charity. I don't believe in going out and broadcasting like, hey, I'm out here to feed the homeless. I'm out here to give them some clothes too. Take 10 pictures. I don't do that. If there's some generosity that somebody else can benefit from, great. I handle it. And I've been the benefactor, been the beneficiary, and also been the one that's doing the benefacting. So, with those things, how often do you give back? Do you, when the summertime comes up, those who have kids, do you put your kids in summer camp? And do you volunteer at that camp if you can, if time permits? If you don't have kids, hey, do you make an effort to maybe send a kid, either, a relative, to a camp? Get them out of their environment for a little bit so that they can experience something different. Those are just small ways that you can be charitable and have somebody else be the benefactor. Most importantly, do you have the time and opportunity to be charitable with yourself? A lot of times, and this includes me, you get so caught up in doing other things for other people that you really lose sight of yourself in small ways. It's not like you stop eating because you're too busy feeding other people, but there's little small things that you may not do because of efforts that are beyond you. Damn, everybody's at the range today. That's crazy. But if you find ways to do something for somebody else, and you if you can do it and keep it to yourself, fine. If you don't want to keep it to yourself, that's cool too. But I guess the thing of importance is at least, making an effort to make the world a little bit better than it was before you found it. Whoa, what lane you in, homie? My man struggling over there. But this is meant to be a short one. So, just some things that I reflect on that help me. And hopefully, if you've heard something that helps you, then great. We've helped each other. Be on the lookout for some things coming your way. There's a couple of creators that I'm looking to team up with to do some content at Holloway Jr, so we can chop it up in a forum that affords us the ability to be able to have a good, wholesome, constructive conversation and other things. Most of all, I wish all of you well. Tomorrow's inauguration day. Is what it is, man. Tomorrow morning, I'm fairly sure I'll be getting up, doing breakfast, and doing the other things I need to do to live in this world. And all of those things have nothing to do with politics. So It is what it is. But I wanted to chop it up with y'all. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to look at any comments because, again, I don't take my eyes off the road. I've seen other people do these lives, and they're driving and they're talking and looking at the screen. Nah. Things can change in the blink of a minute. But this was the only opportunity I had to kind of interact. And as always, I appreciate everybody for hanging out and coming through and having some comments. Some of y'all are comical, as I am, I'm sure, in certain instances. Never offensive, all in good humor. I can take it, give it, and don't mind it. So, Mexico, what's up? I just said I don't look at the screen, and I just looked at the screen. Damn. Got me. All right. So what? I lied. Happens sometimes. What's unbelievable, and I'm sure anybody who drives has been in this situation. If I was, and I never rush, so I guess that's a bad example. But if I did have to get somewhere, and it was rather urgent, I'd catch 10 traffic lights, 5 school buses, and 6 families of geese crossing the road. It'd be so many impediments that it would be crazy to try to get around them. But of course, now when I do want to take a look down and see what's going on and maybe have some eye-to-eye contact with the screen, I can't do that because there's just other things going on. So I tell you what I will do. If you folks will give me a moment, I am going to shift over. And this has to be the section where there's like no place to shift. It's crazy. These southern roads, anybody who lives in the South will tell you, in northern states you have what's called shoulders. So, God forbid you have a tire issue or a mechanical issue, you could just kind of roll onto the shoulder and wait for help or call somebody, or, if it's something you can fix yourself, you can fix it yourself. In the South, no shoulder. You're going off into a ditch more than likely. And it gets worse the further south you go. So, if you're in like the Commonwealth or in the Carolinas, yeah, you still have traditional shoulders. But if you're in like places like Georgia, Alabama, good luck with that. If you have some type of mechanical problem, chances are you're going to have to do the best you can while you can. But that's that. And look at this. Here we go. We got a light. Let's see. Yo, okay. Hill, what's up? Let me fly you out to London. You know what? That actually been cool. I haven't been to London in years, man. So I know a lot. Let me pull over. Let me put my blinkers on because unfortunately we live in a world full of people who want to be Stevie Wonder, and they will run right. You know what? Nah, let me pull off the road. I've seen too many YouTube videos where cops will be completely pulled off the road with lights on and jokers are still running to the back road. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna let me take this out of my little holder here, and let me back up. All right, we'll do this the right way for a few minutes. All right, so what do we got? Let's say London. I haven't been out there for a long time. What's going on? Julian Lopez, how you doing? Because all the people want the American dream. Yeah, that's true, man, but it comes at a cost. That's your perspective, DB. I, in turn, would like to ask you to try this perspective. You guys are looking up and past me. Think about it. It's all a matter of perspective and how you perceive things, right? Out of all that you can see, right? Some of you can see past me. You can see beyond me. I'm a figure in your line of vision, but you can actually see past me, right? So, look at it that way. Everything is perspective. And nowadays, man, to be honest with you, a lot of people will choose to view things a certain way, and it's either because they don't have the benefit of perspective. They don't have the benefit of and even if they don't know how to get to a level of perspective, they just maybe never had somebody that enabled that ability in them to be able to see things from a variety of different perspectives. They just have one view, and that's not negative to say about you, brother. I know that that's actually kind of comical. You're looking like a Santa in the gray hoodie. I tell you what, I'd rather be Santa out here today because it's pretty nasty. It's a bad weather day. It is what it is. For people that during the winter complain about the winter, during the summer complain about the summer, I'm like, it's the summer, it's the winter. What you expect? It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be rainy. You're gonna be hot. Uh, and it is what it is. So I don't put too much into that. I just kind of exist. I'm happy to be alive. Happy to have a hat. There's people that don't have hoodies. There's people that don't have sneakers. They don't have access to any of these things that we have access to. So, you know, all comments are good comments. All comments are good comments, and everybody has value, and everybody, of course, has something that they want to express. And I've never been a fan of exclusion, not unless somebody says something so freaking off base, ridiculous, and offensive that it's revolting. Everybody's stomach turns. But if it's something that can be viewed, and it is what it is. It's like art. It's all interpretation. Raul, where you from, man? Morgade, if I pronounced that right. Where you from? Yep. Yes, indeed, Bruce. Indeed. I truly believe that. And that's what I wake up with. Sometimes people will interact with me and they're like, how are you just so chipper? And I'm like, I'm not dead. I'd rather be planting flowers than pushing them up. That's, I'd rather be planting flowers than pushing them up all day, every day. So that's kind of, if I realize I'm still alive, I'm not having a conversation with the angels, then I know that I'm in a good place to be able to correct some of the things I didn't do correctly, help some of the people I didn't have an opportunity to help, including myself, and maybe have an opportunity to be more effective. So that that's how I approach that. But Bruce, yep. If I stand in that duck and swim, bob and weave and get away from the people, uh, yeah, yep, I gotta agree with that 100%. My brother sent me a video the other day, and it was crazy. It was a video of two guys that on a video call. One of them's at home, obviously. The other one is sitting in his car. Young guys, couldn't have been any older than maybe 20, 21. Black men, young black men. Guy sitting in his car. They just having a conversation. Uh, I don't know what the other dude was doing, but he's doing something with his hands, and something distracts him. You hear 9 shots, and it's an old video. You hear 9 shots, and when he comes back into the frame, man, he's banged up bad, bad. And you basically, I forgot about that video, but in my brother sending it to me, you actually hear this guy dying on the video. It is crazy. It's the most disturbing. I mean, if you've seen somebody get hit before, as a veteran, um, I've seen people get hit before, and it's crazy. It's crazy. It really is. Um, but in that instance, it's disturbing, man, because hearing somebody, and if you've ever experienced that, it is disturbing. Some people have never experienced it. They go into shock. But some people that have experienced, unfortunately, being in a situation where somebody's dying, It is incredibly disturbing. And that video was like, I immediately sent him a message like, wow, where'd you get that from? Um, but I guess that's a metaphor for how quickly life can change. Life can change in an instant. You could be good, driving, on your way to wherever you're going, and the next thing you know, you never arrive, ever. And the people that saw you last, that's the last time they'll ever see you. Um, I take from that every moment is precious. Yeah, we're gonna waste time, blow it, maybe watching a game, doing something fun or whatever. But at the end of the day, every moment is precious. And if you don't take advantage, I guarantee you, you will be in a situation where you wish you had the time you wasted, or you wish you'll be able to get it back. You wish you'd be able to get it back. And if anybody thinks that I'm not being truthful about that, go to a hospital where people are terminally ill, and what they will tell you is that the one thing they wish, among all things, is that they wish they had more time. They don't wish for money. They don't wish for car. None of that material stuff. The only thing they ask for is time. I wish I had more time. So with that, I don't think it's a healthy mindset to approach every day like I might die today. Oh, let me see what I'm gonna do, or to be so to obsess upon it. I hope today is the day. If it is, I'm ready. Nah, I'm not ready to go nowhere. Um, so I approach each day with a great respect and a great level of comfortable tension, knowing that the car that I'm in right now could have a catastrophic failure. That's it. It's already written. Hopefully that won't happen, but most of you will get what I'm trying to. The point I'm trying to make is, basically just take advantage of your time. Um, if there's something you want to do, if there's a place you want to visit, if there's a mode of transport that you would like to have and you have the ability to get it, go ahead, get it. What you waiting for? Don't shortchange yourself on opportunity, especially if you have the skill set to go get it. Go get it. I was talking to a group of ball players the other day, and a couple of them were just lackadaisical. And I'm like, man, do you realize how much of an opportunity you have to go and create something truly fantastic that impacts not only yourself, but also your family? It's there. The opportunity's there. If you don't take the opportunity, you can't get mad at anybody else for either taking the opportunity or you missing out on it. It's all on you. So if it's all going to be on me anyway, I'm going full blast, pedal to the metal. And if I conk out, that's on me. If I can't handle things physically, that's on me. You know what I'm saying? Let me see something here. That's on me. Uh, but outside of that, um, just take advantage of these days. And you'll see this theme is common with me a whole lot. Where we at? 29 minutes. All right, that's it. 30 and we're out. Take advantage of your days. This is a common mantra. There's t-shirts coming. Take advantage of your days. Take advantage of your time. Waste nothing. Waste nothing. If anything, waste the time with somebody trying to waste your time. That's fair. And it's common. So until next time, I'm going to put links to all of the interviews that'll be going over to Holloway's Inn very soon. I'm going to start out with a very experienced veteran and physical trainer, Mr. Beast Coach Mo himself. He'll probably be number one going in, but all of that stuff will be linked. And I'm looking forward to all of you being able to watch the content, take advantage, and do the best you can at being the best you can until it's over. All right? Be well, like, comment, subscribe. I take all comments, and I got thick skin. God bless y'all.